Hello and welcome to Season 2 of Greatest's Let's Play Modded Minecraft series. And finally, 1.7. We are using the Direwolf 20 pack, by the way, just in case that means anything. We did do for Season 1. I really actually like Monster for 1.6, but 1.7 was due, so I stopped that series, just waiting for the final few weeks. Unfortunately, however, the Monster all-in-one kind of pack, where you have both tech and magic, doesn't seem to be something that FTV are doing for this this round, this 1.7 round. So, Direwolf 20 is probably the closest we get, and given that adding mods now with 1.7 is so easy, we're probably going to add some more mods as we go. But before we get to adding extra mods, and don't worry, when we come to those extra mods, I will tell you about them, tell you that they're not in the pack, and you can just ignore that episode if you wanted to. But there are some really, really cool mods. Yeah, I'm going to go through those at a later time, but let's just get started. I did a lot of random seeds, and eventually I came up with one that was not too bad. Most of them kept on spawning me underwater, so that was pretty bad. Didn't want that. Season 2. Okay, there's the seed on the top of the screen. -395 546 636 934 6 899 909. Got it? Cool. Great. Done. Great. Come on. So while that generates, I'm going to talk about a few of the new mods that's in the Direwolf 20 pack. The main ones that I really want to show off, if you like, because there's a lot of old favourites from a lot of the previous packs, and I hate that bug with the press E to show me your inventory. Just 1 second. Yeah, see, it doesn't go away. Let's just save and quit and go back in. Anyway, new mods. Direwolf 20 pack obviously is usually pretty overpowered, but some of the new mods that I really want to show off and try out and hopefully not kill myself with are things like AE2 or Applied Energistics 2, completely different to AE1, all kinds of new concepts, the whole thing is built differently. Here we are. So if we look on the map, and the first thing you probably want to do, by the way, if you press J, go to options, go to web map, and turn this off. I found that actually causes quite a bit of, let's just say, unnecessary stuff going on. And we are in a cherry grove. Now, I was in the last season as well, and I wasn't. Lots of world gent. Sorry, there's going to be lots of glitchy pausing. We're not on a server yet. This is still single player, so I just got to wait for this to go away. Is world gent finished? Feels like it. Okay. So if you look on the right hand side, yeah, we're in a cherry blossom grove. There is a silverwood tree there. I'm not sure why, because this isn't really a magical forest, but that might change it to be one. Yeah, it's still a cherry blossom grove. So, yeah, I'm just going to get on with the basics. Wow, that's a lot of lag. I think it purely is world gen. Let's just turn down, yeah, render chunks. Let's just take it down to 10. See how that goes. Right, so where was I? Applied Energistics 2. What else? Big reactors. Hugely different from most power generation. Big reactors, as the name sounds, you make big reactors, which are generally cuboid shaped things. I can hear lava near me. That might be an early good source of stuff that we want. The difference with big reactors is largely that they're big multi-block structures. Instead of just, generating power in, I don't know, geothermal generators, if you remember the IC2 that we did in Season 1. You make this big multi-block structure, you supply it with lots of the material it needs. Oh, wow, lag again. I should run around and do some pre-gen stuff maybe, and then come back. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So you build this big reactor, and there are 2 types, and we're going to get into all those types, and probably some bigger builds there. 12, okay. Next one on the list is Blood Magic. Blood Magic is amazing. It's just so huge that I didn't want to make that. Dope. Yeah, I can probably make that. That's fine. There's a portable version of this that's probably a little bit better, but let's just get started with some stuff. Blood Magic, yes, very different mod. There's lots to it, and well, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but let's just say I'll need a lot of food to get going with it, because it tends to take away your health, which isn't all that great when you're trying to do other stuff. Right, some basics there. Like some more wood, and then let's look for a place to spend the first night, which is hopefully won't take too long to get this stuff. Next one on the list, Botania. Entirely new and completely different again to Blood Magic and everything else. Primarily flower based or plant based, if you like, and I've tried it a little bit. Some of the power generation stuff is quite good. Probably going to be harder to automate because there's a lot of things going on with that are, let's just say, they're not the typical kind of machine that you automate. They're not the single block and you just pipe stuff in and pull stuff out, and you have to actually physically drop stuff in there. So a bit of an extra challenge for us to get on with. Computer craft, I did that very minorly, just copying Direwolf 20's Thorncraft, and we're going to come with Thorncraft soon. Thorncraft setup last season. I do actually want to get into more computer control stuff, and we're probably going to need that with big reactors because otherwise it's going to be very wasteful with fuel. So we're going to come on with that. In case you don't know what computer craft is, just think some kind of computer inside Minecraft and you've got the idea. Ender.io. Now this is probably the one I want to get started with because I've done thermal expansion starts before, and I've done IC2 or Industrial Craft 2 starts before. I haven't really done much with Ender.io, and it's a great mod. I mean, I used it off camera, but after I finished the Monster World, I actually played with some extra stuff on Monster. Where's a good place to start? Let's go and have a bit of an explore now. Could do with some food, but I'm not going to harvest. Can I harvest that? Yeah. Could do with some food, but I don't see anything. Well, I guess. Oh well. Food. Well, terrible food, but yeah, food all the well. Where was I? Ender.io, yes. Entirely different piping system. Very, very cool piping system. Very compact. You can fit a ton of different things into one block space. All the different pipes go into one block space. It's a bit of a problem at the moment in that you can't combine applied logistics cable with it. You could in 1.6. In 1.7 they've changed applied logistics so much that they're going to have to catch up and maybe be able to do that. But there's an absolute ton of changes to. I'm going to need to get some earth to get down there. There's a ton of changes to applied logistics cabling. There's multiple types and channels, and we're going to get onto all that, but I'm not sure that's going to be too easy for those guys. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate because I do like the compactness of it, and it gets some very, very neat, straightforward builds that you can make with that. So maybe this is a decent area to start. Ooh, coal. Maybe this is a decent area to start with. I'll need a bit of coal, just enough to make some torches with. Just want to light up this area before it gets dark, as is typical. There's a node. That'll come useful later. Nah. Yeah, this area is not going to get entirely lit up before it goes dark, so... Maybe if I go over here. Well, that's going to be open. Don't really want things to be open. Wow, this is a huge area. There's a normal set of quartz. Okay. Maybe here? Looks like something I can close off. I don't really want to destroy any lava. Not at this early stage, anyway. That's one side done. And yeah, this isn't too bad. There we go. If we press F7, the red X's, by the way, are where mobs can spawn at any time, which is not something we want at all. If they go yellow like this, they can spawn in the night time, so we don't want that either. So at least we've got somewhere to spend the night. Okay, so I'm going to keep collecting some rock and some coal while we move on to the next mod, Ender.io. Do I have anything to say on Ender.io left? It started as a kind of clone of thermal expansion. So if you're used to thermal expansion, you'll get similar kind of machines, but it's gone its own way recently, and there's a fair number of changes. I may still have to go thermal expansion for some stuff, but yeah, we'll see how we get with Ender.io. Pneumaticraft. Here's another entirely huge mod as well. All to do with the power of air. I'm manipulating air to compress things and all kinds of other stuff like that. Again, it's a completely new system, so I'm going to have to learn that one as well. Next one on the list shouldn't be a surprise, but it's Thaumcraft. You've seen Thaumcraft before, but they've, well, as I know, it's added a pretty huge change to the way nodes work. If you are used to the way nodes used to work in Thaumcraft 2, I think it was. I want to say Thaumcraft 2, maybe 3. But they used to merge, and they kind of do that now. They kind of feed each other. It's interesting, but yeah, we're going to have to learn some new mechanics to stop them from merging. And he's also got, I think a new video just came out the other day about some brand new features he's got coming as well. So we're definitely going to have to check those out, because Thaumcraft is always a great way to do things. And see how that goes. Okay, I just need some more stone. Last thing on the list is Witchery. It's mainly used for PvP, so I'm not quite as sure why it's in the Delve 20 pack. Maybe because people are on servers, I suppose, so it doesn't really lend itself more towards YouTubers like me, but we will see how that goes. Those are the kind of main mods on the list that I want to take a look at. But of course, to get to any of those, really, we've got to do a lot of initial resource gathering, which is what we're going to do over the first episode or two. And in order to do that, we're just going to get the basics out of the way. I need some food as well, so let's just get a furnace or two. And Yeah, probably have enough to make. What I want to do is create some efficient means of burning stuff. And that's something exploding. I don't know what that was, but I don't care. Food. Furnaces. 1, 2, and let's just cook those up. Scaffolds are probably the most efficient early game. You can just use sticks if you really want to, but scaffolds are pretty good at burning things early game. So where does that leave us? What next? Well, we're about halfway through the episode, so I guess the next bits are just to keep extending this. Get some stone tools, which is so much better than these wooden ones, and probably why not some chests. You're probably gone through all this bit. Not sure whether to film it or not, but yeah, why not? So let's just dump all of our stuff in here. May as well use some of the torches, some of the coal for torches, and just clean this up a little bit more. So to start, we're probably going to need to audible, get some ores first of all, of course, but then audible. It's usually a good start to make. Once we've got those, I've got some stuff building in our chest. Eventually we're going to move out of this little cave thing towards something a bit more, still night time, something a bit better, probably our permanent base for a while, and then obviously a final base once we've got huge amounts of resources coming in and can do all kinds of crap with it. I mean, all kinds of stuff, yes, PG. So to start that, I probably need to start digging a mine. So I probably don't want to do much mining on. Oh, really shouldn't have done that. Pay attention to the tooltips. They'll tell you whether something's harvestable with your current level of tools or not. And let's just make some stone equipment. We want swords, shovel, an axe, and my axe. You can go away for now. I probably want to also make more stone tools, mainly pickaxes. Because you're going to go through them like crazy. Okay, so I've dug down a fair ways. I'm now at level 44. Just some things to watch out for. And just to show you where I've dug down, just in case you're following along. Yeah, let's just check the time of day. No, it is daytime, but I need to show you some things first. We're going to be heading for a smeltery. And to get a smeltery, one of the things we're going to need is this aluminium. You can use gold for it, but I'd rather not use gold for what we're going to be using it for, which is to make casts. We're going to need that and some copper, if I remember rightly. Which, thankfully, we've got some here. So yeah, pick up all the ores that you see. Don't need ferrous as much, probably need 1. I can't harvest it with this, so that's going to have to wait until I get some iron. Which, coincidentally, I found a little bit down here. If you see these, by the way, well worth picking them up. They are dense ores. I think it was RWT who's actually created those. Can't remember if that's correct or not, but I think it is. And yeah, they basically drop more than just one of whatever it is you're trying to get to. So ores, pick up the dense ores, and you get dense coal and dense everything pretty much. These are very much worth picking up. God, I'm terrible with English today. Let's light up all this area. I do not want to get ambushed. Go away. Problem sorted. These are experience bushes. But has to get more over time. I haven't really seen them grow much, so just a single bush, two in that case. But definitely pick them up. We're going to use those later to make to help along with enchanting and pretty much anything else. And similarly, these are Thorncraft shards. You're probably going to want at least one of each colour to get you started. So whenever you see a colour you haven't got yet, just grab some. In fact, just grab them anyway. May as well. As you see, lots of coal. Now I should mention the ore generation. It's a bit different. You're probably used to getting coal like above 50, that kind of thing. Now, sorry, coal. Iron. Used to get iron above 50. It's changed. Mostly iron now is around the 30 level, and we're at 34 here, so I'm starting to see some iron. Copper and tin. Again, you'll see there's a little bit further down. But the main thing is just to make sure that you don't think you're going to get iron all the way at the top. Just head further down. You will see more of it. And how much have we got now? 14. Yeah, so that's lots. Now, there's two ways to actually process this. One is laborious, but you get double. The other one is quick. Oh, you're trying to get to ore generation quick. Or doubling quick. But it's more wasteful, and right now I do not have much iron, so I don't really want to be wasteful. Tin, as you can see. You can harvest tin, that's fine. You won't be able to harvest lead and silver though with stone tools. You will need the iron tools, which we're going to need to get to soon as well. Yeah, I don't want to drop down there. Whoa, definitely don't want to drop down there. Similarly, these old bushes, they aren't as good as the XP ones because they don't give you XP, but you can set them up to give you the metals. They just won't grow in lit areas, so you have to be really. I'm running out of torches. Yeah, this is a really nice cave system. It's going to need a lot more exploration. One of the things you should probably be on the lookout for, you've probably seen the Certus quartz ore, but you probably also want to look out for the charged Certus quartz. It's a bit rarer, and we're definitely going to need it when we start hunting. Oh crap, don't want those. I mean, oh damn. And I definitely don't want them to kick me off this. So I'm going to go back and process this stuff. And if you've seen my previous series, you're probably going to see how I'm going to process it. Assuming I have all the materials. Grind stone. Yeah. So we can just head back up to the temporary workshop. Yeah, it looks like it's night time out there again. That's great. So, what do we need? Yeah, smooth stone. So, let's cook up a little bit of that. Actually, we're going to need the wood gear first. Achievement for that, really? Okay. 2 pieces of cobblestone, and then we just need these 3 pieces of stone, which should be done. and we want the crank. Okay, so this is the slightly boring part. Shift right click, applies the crank, dump in your ores and hold down right click for eternity. Well, it's about 8 turns per ore and it doubles the ore. Let me just turn this volume down, that's getting really annoying. Master volume. Weather, yeah. Thank God there's a separate slider for that now. So, as you'll see, it turns into 2 iron dust for every iron ore that you process, which you can then turn into iron ingots, which is just what we want. So, I can go ahead and just mine now, process all this ore, get it up into ingot form and just dump it into chests, and that's probably what we're going to be doing between the episodes, getting a good supply of iron. If you're out in the world, get some sand, get some clay, and get some gravel like this stuff. We're going to be needing it very soon. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. There's not too much extra stuff I can do. That's primitive ore doubling. The next stage in the next episode is probably going to be the start of Ender IO, taking this primitive ore doubling and moving on to automatic ore doubling or machine-based ore doubling. Once again, thanks for watching. Feel free to follow and if you like on this video or thumbs down if you don't like it. Tell me what you actually want to see, and we'll see you next episode. We'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching.